Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? Chris Broad, Sun City Lawn Care, coming at you with another video. We're gonna be doing a couple today. Start off garden video, update on my trees. As you guys can see, we've got our, oh heck, I forget what this was. You hear that crackling? And I'm trying to mow the lawn. I haven't mowed it since last week and I'm behind and I gotta get it before this rain comes in. Anyways, it's a pear and a plum. Plum is an open center, as you can see. I pruned it at the get-go, and it's got these central leaders coming up. Those are gonna be my summertime cuts, which I'll be, walking you through eventually. Then back there we've got the plum, and then you see that sunflower. Totally a random, not purposely planted sunflower. It's crazy, it just grew there. We don't know how, but let's come on over here to the other side of the garden. Again, this is my food forest. If y'all been following along, we're trying to turn this whole side of my house into a food forest, okay? So we started with the raised beds, we took out all the rocks and backfilled with some mulch, free mulch from our local municipalities, and we started to do some seeding. Over here, this is a failed bed 100%. The old lady, she put sunflowers in there. They didn't germinate at all. And we took a couple transplants of sunflowers that we had in the back that, again, they were volunteer sunflowers. They started sprouting everywhere and transplanted them, they died. Tomato plants, they're looking good. I've got a couple different varieties, everything from the tomatillos to some Abe Lincolns, some black crim, some big beeps. The whole thing's going in there. They're coming up. Now what happened with this is we started our seedlings indoors, and I waited too long to get the garden going, and when we transplanted them, and I did the hardening off period of about 4 weeks. Not 4 weeks, I'm sorry, it was about 2 weeks, an hour increment each day, and we started hardening them off. But I just waited too long to get them in the ground, and a lot of them actually perished, and so I had to start a couple of these from seed again. But they're coming through. They're all indeterminate tomatoes, except on the far side, those are some determinate golden, what did I have again? The gold nuggets. That's right, gold nuggets. They've already produced a few vegetables or a few fruit for us, and we've already been harvesting those as we've gone along. Going back to the trees over here. Woo! Vinci, that's my apricot. This one, out of the 5 that we planted, these are all bare roots. This is the only one that did not produce any leaves, and I'm not sure that when I did a scratch test, Cambrian layer, it's not there, so it's probably going to be a goner. May have to get another one in there. But we got our cherry tree, and we got our Williams Pride apple. Everything's growing, everything's taking root, and I've only fertilized once. Now here's the thing about new trees, especially on the bare root trees. It's often said that you don't need or you should not fertilize bare root trees until year 2, okay? Me being me, and the anxiousness that I have with these new trees, I did give them a small dose of fertilizer, and it didn't harm them. Now, to what extent? I think they're doing great. These things are getting taller every single day. New leaf tissue is definitely growing on them, and I have not done a summer pruning yet, which we'll get to probably. I'm going to wait till August till the heat of the summer kind of cools down, until we get this triple-digit heat. But everything's looking really good so far. On the trees, all the way around. And this is something that I always find interesting that I can't find specific information about unless you do the reading, but the videos, a lot of people they don't talk about the exact amount of water to give your trees. So I'm going to give it to you plain and simple. Bare root trees, or new trees period, per inch of caliber, they need anywhere from 10 to 15 gallons of water per week. So what that translates into, here we follow water restrictions. We're in West Texas, so we can only water 3 times a week. So I got to take that 10 to 15 gallons and divide that by 3 days. What that translates to me, or for me in my watering area and the restrictions that we abide by here in West Texas, is 3 times a week. Okay, I give it 5 gallons, and here it comes, little drops. I'm gonna get rained out. Dang it. I was trying to wait for the days to cool off to make these videos. It translates to 5 gallons every 3 times a week, okay? So what I did is I took my chlorine bucket, which is a 5-gallon chlorine tablet bucket, and I timed how long it took to fill it up with my water hose. Everybody's water output is different. You gotta measure your own, guys. So what that translated to me was, for me, is for 3 minutes, I get 5 gallons of water. You know what? That's hail. If I get hit, you guys look, let me see if I can find a piece. It's hail coming down. Is it hail? Oh, hail, it's hail. So let me wrap this up, okay, because I wanted to get into the main topic of the video, is my corn. And I got called out by one of my viewers, Jennifer. If you're there, thank you for giving me that update. You guys, it's hailing. Give me a break. Hold on, hold on. Look at this guy. Woo! Look at that. What in the world? Look at this. Holy shit! I have never seen this before in El Paso. What the fuck? Look at all the pumpkin patch. Oh no. Alright guys, we're back, man. That was wild. That was crazy. I swear, the back in the video, and I'm gonna post a little bit of the footage from the freaking hailstorm we just had. Y'all saw how bright it was out here earlier in the video, and then out of a sudden, coming from the southeast over there, and it moved west. You can see some of that remnants of that gray cloud. That thing right there bombed us right now with hail. It's little probably half-inch size pebbles of hail. Man, that was wild. Did you see the corn blowing? That was pretty wild too. So back to the video at hand, okay? I'm just giving you guys a quick walkthrough of the garden, kind of an update where I'm at. And the corn, man, this stuff was horizontal. There's this young lady made a comment in one of my previous videos, the garden videos, was that I had planted 2 different types of corn that should not be planted together, and she's absolutely right. Okay, on the side over here, the majority of it is sweet corn, okay guys, and then over here, this is the double standard corn. Okay, it's a Z maize. That's more of like a what do they call that, like a decorative corn. You don't really eat it. So, you know, this is, again, my 3rd year gardening, and it's a novice mistake for sure, but it's definitely a learning point. So we're really, the ultimate goal, because these were new beds, I wasn't expecting 100% crop this year because we're amending the soil. I've got beans in there that are growing. I've got weeds in the very top one, the first run of there. So we're really just getting this soil to get to its best growing condition, for that matter. So this is really year 1 for this, but the mistake alone, you know, and there's only 3 of these Z maize. There's 1, 2, and 3 over there, and they're not even, you know, they're not the greatest of height or condition, to be honest with you. And so this stalk right here, this guy right here is probably the tallest one I've ever grown. And earlier this week, a couple days ago, some of these seed heads up here were red in color, and I'm thinking that the Z maize shifted during the watering process to the middle of the sweet corn, and because it's the tallest, it's now trickling down on all of the silk below it. And so we're gonna see what happens. It's a trial and error, but it's okay, because we've got some family that have chickens, okay, and we can take whatever corn grows or doesn't grow, and we can go feed the chickens over there. It's not a huge deal. It's not a big loss to me, okay, but it's definitely a learning point. And then back here, as you guys can see, massive amounts of okra. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 okra plants, and I'm having to cut these things every single morning when I get up and come out and I start doing a little watering, or before I head out to take care of my clients. I'm harvesting at least 2 or 3 little pieces of okra every day. Cucumbers are trellising up, as you guys can see. We're kind of weaving them. We're training them to go up our trellis here, and we've harvested probably 2 or 3 pickles. You know, nothing too crazy, but I'm not expecting it to be yet with this triple-digit heat. Once we start getting past July and into August, through the past growing season, is what I've experienced in El Paso, with a lot of crop production when it comes to the cucumbers and pickles. And then over here, we've got the eggplants. The eggplants, we've already harvested 6 eggplants, good size eggplants, okay? We're new at the eggplants. This is the first time growing those. I've got 3 different varieties. We got the real blacks down here, and oh gosh, we got the Rosita, and there's one more in there, and I can't find the tag, but there's a time to go ahead and harvest those, and it's usually when your eggplants are got this shine to them, okay? And not only the shine, but when you can give them a good press on the thumb and that material doesn't sponge back up, if you will, if that makes sense, that's when you know it's time to harvest. So we went and harvested 6, and they're great at reproducing, because once you harvest them, like the okra and like what we're getting into today, which is one of the main topics of the video, is the pepper harvest today, the banana pepper. When to harvest your banana peppers. You harvest them, and you keep doing it, and you keep doing it, and they will produce more. Watermelons are vining out, but this is my pepper bed right here, and this is one of the key points of the video today, is when to harvest banana peppers. Back over there is pumpkins, okay, and that's trellising, or not trellising, that's vining out as well. And then over here behind me, we went ahead and did a late June seeding of summer squash, and I've got more corn, sweet corn only over here, guys, that is already starting to get to the 3-4 inch height. We're gonna do a nothing but sweet corn over there. So I got you covered, Jennifer. Thank you for pointing that out. So let's get to the real topic of today's video. Besides that, that's my quick little garden walkthrough, if you will. Banana peppers. When do you harvest banana peppers? Okay, so let me get you guys a close-up real quick, because we have massive amounts. Look at all these guys, they're everywhere. and we've got 3 of them. And then we've got some hybrid. I'm sorry, these are the Anaheim chili peppers over here. Nothing crazy. These are the smaller ones. Then we got the Jimmy Nardellos, the sweet peppers right here. Some have already turned red. Those are definitely ready to harvest. And then we got some more over here, but those are my jalapenos. Then we got some hybrid sweet Okras growing in here. More jalapenos, but today, sweet peppers. When do we harvest them? I've actually never gotten really good results with sweet peppers. And you're probably asking yourself, how's that possible, Chris? Because sweet peppers alone are probably one of the easiest things to grow. But they get different sizes, right? So at first, and this, just to give you kind of a time frame, okay? I started these indoors on February 3rd. They're banana peppers, sweet banana peppers. February 3rd, we started them indoors. But because of my delay in getting the beds built, I didn't actually get these transplanted until the last week of April. We've had all of May and June, 60 days. We're on the 11th of July, okay? So that's 60, 71 days, but plus the time that they were inside of the growing containers, that's ample time to have had peppers already being produced. So when to harvest them? When they've got this lime green color to them, okay? And moreover, once you reach that 60, 70 day mark, it's actually 60 to 75 days, you're gonna get some production, okay? Now, the initial production you guys get, they may not be the biggest ones, okay? Not being the biggest in size is absolutely okay, because what we want to do, what I would like you guys to do if you're growing at home, is go ahead and harvest the first few sweet peppers you get. Take them all off. What we want is to redirect that energy back into the newer flowers to produce a second harvest into the later part of the summer. So that, in doing that process, that is what's going to help us produce fewer peppers, but they're going to be a lot bigger. Typically, your good size banana peppers should be anywhere from 8 to 10 inches in length. So we're just going to harvest them. And then a couple things what you can do with these is you can just eat them right, like as if you wanted, right off the plant, or go ahead and go straight to pickling them. All right, guys, so that's one plant, and we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 banana pepper plants. That's not a bad harvest. We can do something with these. We can cook them up, fry them. We're in West Texas, El Paso. We love our heat. Even though they're sweet banana peppers, it's gonna do us some good inside the household. Outside of that, y'all stay tuned. We've got additional videos coming down the pipeline as far as the harvest goes. We're gonna see our late harvest of the sweet corn come through on the back end, and we've got additional peppers that have yet to still grow. So if y'all have any questions, as always, leave a comment below. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Check you guys later.